Okay guys, in today's video, we're going to be comparing every single next-gen console. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so before we get into this video, I want to give a quick note. None of this is my opinion, this is strictly facts. I will try not to show any bias, and I do not think one console is better than the other. I think it depends what you're looking for, and we're going to be comparing these consoles to see which one is best for you. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay guys, so we're going to be comparing these consoles in 4 different categories. We're going to start with price, then we're going to go to specs, games, and overall appeal. Overall appeal is the strongest point of these consoles, who they're going to appeal to, and what this console is meant for. So I'm going to explain more when we get to that, but for now, let's start with price. Okay guys, so today we're going to be comparing PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Series S. Not the PS5 without the disc drive. I'm not counting that as a separate console because it's basically the same console without a disc drive. So, anyway, let's get into the prices. We have the PS5 and Xbox Series X price matching at $500. So, that's $500 American. I'm just going to go with American. I know there are people who watch this who don't live in America, but you can pretty easily convert that online. So, it is pretty pricey, but it is a next-gen console, so it makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's cheap, but these are both next-gen consoles, and they are both the same price. Then you have the Xbox Series S at $300, which is a good deal, and the PS5 without a disc drive, and that is $400. So those are your cheaper options. You can get the PS5 with a disc drive for $100 cheaper, and the Xbox Series S at $300. However, that is a totally different console. It's still next-gen, it's just not as powerful. So let's get on to the specs. Okay, so first I'm going to be comparing the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I'm not going to be comparing the Series S with these guys because it is a very different kind of system. Series S is going for more affordable next-gen, but these ones are just going for very powerful next-gen, really quick load times and everything. But the Series S, don't get me wrong, is still being a great, very powerful console. So I'm not going to get into the really deep details because I'm not even going to lie and pretend I know them. I do not understand all this stuff. I doubt all the viewers do too, so I don't think they want me to go into this. So I'm going to go over some more basic stuff. So for the graphics, you got 10.28 teraflops on the PlayStation 5 with 12.15 teraflops on the Series X. Then for the storage, you got 825 gigabytes on the PlayStation 5. And on the Xbox Series X, you got the 1TB SSD on that one. They're both SSD, sorry. The PlayStation 5 does have less than the Xbox Series X, but you have to remember, this is not the storage you're actually going to get because it's going to be downloading a lot of that, not a lot of it, a bit of it for the menus and everything that it has to do. So you're not going to be getting the full terabyte and not the full 825 gigabytes, but you will be getting a good amount of it. So don't worry. They're both using Blu-ray disc drives. Of course, the PS5, the disc drive does not have one of those. And the PS5 can go up to 8K for the display. So can the Series X. However, they are going to be targeting 4K. So that's what they're going to try to get. Some games later on might get 8K. Actually, there's been rumors that there will be an 8K game coming out pretty soon by some indie studio. So that's pretty cool. And then the max refresh rate is 120 Hz. PS5 will support PSVR, which is pretty cool. Xbox does not have VR. And for the backwards compatibility for the PS5, it is backwards compatible with PS4 games, with the Xbox Series X being compatible with Xbox One games, Xbox 360 games, and original Xbox games. So that's pretty cool. However, for the Xbox Series X, you have to remember that not all of those older games in the Xbox and Xbox 360 will be compatible. But I'm almost 100% sure all Xbox One games will be compatible. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the Xbox Series S specs. As I said earlier, it is going to be much cheaper, but that also means that the specs are not going to be as powerful. However, this is still going to be a very good console. It will be an upgrade from last gen. Don't worry, it is a next gen console. It's just not as powerful. So for the GPU power, you got only 4 T-flops compared to the 10 but 12. But I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try not to compare these because they are not going for the same thing. Like I already said, those two are going for power. This one's going for affordability. Anyway, so 4 T-flops GPU power. For the storage, you got 512 gigabytes It's still got an SSD, which means you're still going to have those fast load times. However, it is lower than the others, so this could be a problem. But I think you're good at as long. We're going to see how fast games will actually load onto the console, because it might not be a problem. Expandable storage, you can add a 1 terabyte expansion card, and that is also going to be $200. And it is going to be going for a performance target of 1440p at 60 FPS and up to 120 FPS. So it'll do 60 FPS like the others, just it'll be going for 1440p instead of 4K, so less screen resolution, but I still think it is pretty good for the price. So those are the specs of the Xbox Series S. Okay guys, so we're going to start with the launch exclusives, then we're going to go into exclusives coming later on next year, maybe a few years down the road. So we're going to start with the launch exclusive for PS5, and they do have more, but we're going to get into that a bit later. So PS5 is going to start off with Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy Big Adventure, and Demon Souls. So it's kind of cool here. You got the E for everyone, like Sackboy A Big Adventure, then you got that T-rated Spider-Man Miles Morales, then the M-rated Demon Souls remaster. It's going to be a really hard, really cool looking game. It really looks next-gen, and that should be a very fun game. So if you look at these, I think it's a good mix. You got the Sackboy for people maybe younger or not as good at video games. You got Miles Morales. Looks like a great game. That is not a sequel, but it's like the Spider-Man game on the PS4, which is a very good game. Then you got Demon Souls for the hardcore people, you know. This is going to be a very difficult game, and even in the gameplay demo, yeah, they got killed. Normally it's like a really good kill or something in the gameplay demos, they succeed, but no, Demon Souls demo, yeah, the person doing the demo got killed. Just shows how hard this game is, but it should be very fun. So, the Xbox Series X launch exclusives, they do not have any big exclusives at launch. However, they do have some PC-only games, like Gears Tactics, that is coming to Xbox Series X at launch. That's only on PC right now, but it will be coming to the Series X at launch. So that is not, I mean, it's not on PS5, so I guess you could call that a launch exclusive, but it's not a brand new game that like the PS5 has. So for the Xbox Series X, right now their big marketing is you get it, you get Game Pass, and you have access to over 100 games already. And they are getting EA Play joining Game Pass for no additional cost, so you'll have access to almost 200 games, I'm pretty sure. Whereas the PS5 is going for big blockbuster AAA massive exclusive titles at launch, like Miles Morales and Demon Souls. Not so much Sackboy Big Adventure. It looks fun, but I mean, it's not that huge game you're looking for. However, they do have 2 huge games, and that is pretty cool. So those are the launch games, but now I'm going to look at some games that are coming out a bit later. We don't really know when yet. They said 2021, but you never know with this whole COVID thing what's going to happen. So these are exclusives on the PS4 PS5 that are coming out later. So we got Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which people think is still going to come in 2020 because of something the people working on it said, but we're not 100% sure. So Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, they showed a demo for that. It looked really cool. Project Athia. Then you got Horizon Forbidden West, a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. And Gran Turismo 7 is also coming. Then on the Xbox Series X, you have Halo Infinite coming sometime next year, Forza Motorsports 8, Hellblade 2, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Everwild, Fable Reboot. I'm really excited for that. And Project Mara. So those are the games to look forward to coming later sometime. Just a quick note, those games on Xbox Series X will be coming day one to Game Pass when they come out. So that is all the games comparison, and that's all the games we know of right now. Of course, there's more games coming, and there are some rumors of other games coming. So don't worry, that's not everything that's coming. That's just what we know of right now. Okay, when I say overall appeal, I'm talking about what these consoles are trying to appeal to, what kind of person, and their strategy to try to get you to buy their console. So PS5 is going a bit more the classic way of saying we got these great exclusives coming out on launch for you to play on our console that you can't play on the other console, with Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy Great Adventure, and Demon Souls. Then Xbox is going for a bit more kind of unique. Well, I'm not sure how unique it'll be later, but this is the first time I've really seen this. They're saying, you know, you get our console, you get Game Pass, and you have access to over 100 games right away on release day. So it's two very different strategies. I don't really know which one's better yet. It's hard to tell. Again, I'm not trying to say which one's better. I'm just trying to tell you the facts here. So yes, PS5 will have the next-gen exclusives at launch, but Game Pass, you do have access to more games with the Xbox One. So now I'm gonna maybe give some examples of a scenario where one would be better than the other. So if you are going for maybe more budget, Series X or S is probably better for you because you do have that Game Pass, which is, I mean, they advertise it as the best deal in gaming, and I'm really trying not to be biased, but I think almost like it's a fact that it is just based on the prices of the actual games and stuff. So that is, you can probably get more for your buck with that, especially with the Series S. This is definitely the most affordable next-gen console we've seen, especially paired with the Game Pass. You got the $300 console, $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. So I mean, that I don't even think that'll cost you what the Series X and PS5 cost in a year if you get that. Anyway, so Xbox is going for more budget. I'm not going to say it's like the budget console or anything. It's just going for more affordability, I would say. That's what they're saying. I mean, you get the best deal in gaming if you get this console. PS5, if you really want some big third-party exclusives on day one, you know, these are a lot of these. Not Sackboy's Great Adventure, of course. They're gonna be some hardcore, long, big games. You know, they're taking advantage of next gen. They're gonna look really good. They're gonna play really well. And you get them right away at launch. You're gonna have to wait a bit with Xbox. Xbox, you're gonna have to be a bit more patient. But here, you get them right away. Of course, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, I would also get PS5. But that basically sums it up. Xbox is going for more of they're trying to pair it together. So you get the new Xbox Series X or S, and you just get Game Pass Ultimate, and then you're set. You're good for, well, they think for the whole generation. Of course, there's the third-party games that are coming to both, and that's not really a difference. And then the PS5 is going, look, we got these big, massive third-party exclusives that you can only play here on the PS5. Okay, guys, what do you think? Which console will you be getting next gen? Let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.